It's Gimme 5 time. Yesterday in this wonderful heralded spot or slot, we brought you Mike Pence, vice presidential candidate to Donald Trump on the Republican side, and his appearance on CBS Face the Nation, where he did a wonderful job of sticking on message to the fact that the WikiLeaks emails are out. The media is in cahoots with the Clintons. We see it in the emails. We see it as an example on what the media is talking about, and he stuck to it, and he was brilliant. Now, Tim Kaine, Hillary's VP on the Democrat ticket, as if you didn't know. He was on with Bret Baier, filling in for Chris Wallace, who's moderating the debate tomorrow, and it was Fox News Sunday, and they did. Kaine was forced to talk about the emails.
Senator, a lot of information is coming out, as you know, in these WikiLeaks emails, including some pretty embarrassing things from communications in the Clinton communications staff and Clinton campaign. Are you comfortable with what has been said in some of those emails about Catholics, about Latinos, Governor Richardson, a needy Latino, about former NAACP leader Ben Jealous, taking him to be powerless? What's your reaction to the specifics we're learning and the substance of those emails?
Now, those are the issues Donald Trump should be hitting on every moment of every day, not the race is rigged. He will not win unless he immediately turns to those topics. So here's Mr. Kaine responding.
Before I get to specifics, and I want to talk about a couple of them, we just got to be a little bit careful about these, because since they're part of an effort by both Russia and WikiLeaks, and neither of those are kind of neutral transmitters of information, you can't just automatically assume that everything is on the up and up with these emails. Just as an example, there's one email that references me that is completely inaccurate, and whether it's inaccurate because the sender didn't know what he or she was talking about or it's been doctored, I don't know. I don't take all these at face value.
Okay, so someone sent an email about him, not him. Someone sent an email that was discovered in WikiLeaks about him, and it was inaccurate. So he questions the validity of the email. Who's come forward and said, those aren't my emails. I didn't write those. I haven't heard anybody. Maybe I'm remiss, but I haven't heard anybody. I didn't hear the person who wrote the email, the inaccurate email about Tim Kaine, say, I never wrote that. Believe me, if these were being doctored and someone was writing them and putting people's false headers on there, there'd be a line of people lining up to deny that they're real. Here's more.
Let's talk about the Catholic one, Jen Palmieri, who is Catholic. She has said, yeah, I sent that email and I had some opinions and I shared them. But I do know what Hillary Clinton thinks about Catholicism, because she picked a Catholic running mate. And we talked an awful lot about my own faith background. And she and I feel like that's a connection for us. She's Methodist, but had a powerful experience as a young person that still drives her today in her own faith practice. So I know with respect to Catholics, she views this as an asset because it creates a connection between us in terms of our approach to service.
Really? So then where was the outrage? Where is Hillary Clinton? Where's Kaine saying those emails disparaging Catholics and evangelical Christians were reprehensible, were disgusting? Did you hear him say that? No, not at all. Has Hillary said boo about it? No, not at all. That's how much it bothers her. That's how strongly she feels about Catholics, because it bothers her so much, she still hasn't said boo about it. Come on. Here's more from Kaine.
So, yeah, look, some of these emails that are leaked, if they're accurate, they show people offering, opinions and mouthing off a little bit here and there. But that's the kind of thing that happens.
Oh, yeah? Anti-Catholic, anti-Latino, anti-Black emails, those are the kind of thing that happens? Oh, yeah? I'll remember that next time. Phony, baloney, rock and roll. Now, watch this.
Mr. President, when did you first learn that Hillary Clinton used an email system outside the U.S. government for official business while she was Secretary of State?
At the same time, everybody else learned it through news reports.
Did you know about Hillary Clinton's use of private email server?
No.
While she was Secretary of State?
No.
And then this.
At the same time, Senator, he was using a pseudonym and an email address to communicate with Secretary Clinton, and there is communication and there are emails from staff that suggest they wanted to hold that back, and we're talking about what to do. Did the president lie there?
Well, I don't know, because if I actually do not know if he's communicating by email with Hillary. Does he know that it's a private server? I mean, I don't exactly know if I send somebody an email exactly what their setup is. I don't really think about that much, and I can't imagine that the president, with all that's on his mind, would either.
The president saw that it was to a non-State Department, non-government email address, and he pretended he didn't know. And I'll take the first part of that answer. Did the president lie? Well, I don't know. And if they're saying I don't know, that means yes. Here's one more.
What I do know is this, that there was an extensive, as you know, Brett, investigation by the FBI under the direction of a wonderful and tough career public servant, Jim Comey. Jim was in the U.S. Attorney's Office in the Eastern District of Virginia when I was the mayor of Richmond, and he's somebody with the highest standards of integrity, and he reached a conclusion after a very long investigation that no reasonable prosecutor would take this to the next step. And I think that still has not been effectively challenged. I know there are people who would like to relitigate that, but given the depth of that investigation and his own credibility, I think his conclusion, probably gets it right.
Okay, no reason a prosecutor could take it to the next step. We heard that before. So Kaine didn't know what to do. Bret Baier was fantastic. Kaine will never have to undergo that kind of hostile treatment again. Thanks for watching.